just want to make sure the disconnect
it's
doesn't
priest
happen
versus
again.
priest now again. And we can see Logan's hand, which isn't that great. At least he has Arcanine, Soul Priest, and Circle combo.
His hand's fine. Like, it doesn't have
Yeah.
Blade Master or Dark Cultist, which are the two cards you want the most, but Arcanine Circle
It's
can
not
keep
terrible.
up. Yeah, it can keep up with Amaz's potential 3-drops. Yeah, I like Amaz's hand way more, though. Double Circle, I mean, if he does draw Blade Master or he Thought Steals one, he's so far ahead at that point. He might even Thought Steal here. There's the risk if you play Dark Cultist that you just get absolutely destroyed by Power Word Shield.
Oh, yeah.
I like that he's thinking about it, you know, he's not just slamming. He opts to risk it, hoping that Logan doesn't have the Power Word Shield.
She doesn't have. Another thing that we have to consider is that they didn't know their deck lists before. Now that they're playing against each other, they at least know which cards are there. For example, that you're not playing Undertaker Priest.
Exactly, yeah. So, Logan had the option there to Circle of Healing and then trade, but he's just going to opt to save that circle for the Arcanine turn, which I agree with, that's probably correct. I think you just pull the trigger here. I mean, you don't want a monster draw more cards off that Northshire, so he's going to go with that.
If you didn't do that, it would be too greedy of a play.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes in Priest Mirrors, you're okay with your opponent just, like, drawing all the cards in the world, but usually it's not. You don't really want to let them draw until you're really far into the game.
He got Sludge Belcher, which is really good.
Yeah, I like just playing Northshire here. I mean, it's the turn before it can get Cabal Shadow Priest. It can't die to the hero power. It trades for Arcanine. It's definitely a good turn to play it. Alright, I got Dark Cultist. I think you hero power. Well, do you go face or do you trade?
I think you go face.
Yeah, because you have the Cabal. So.
Yeah. What are his possibilities? He can. I think he can.
Oh, you just wrecks him with. Well, it's not completely wrecking him. No, yeah, it is. Well, no.
Really cool play maybe would be to, if he had 6 mana, he could play Paramancers too.
Yeah, he doesn't have 6 mana though. I think you.
No, it would be a
Is
bad
there
play though.
anything cool you can do with Shadow Madness here?
You still have to trade.
You don't. I mean, you could like Shadow Madness Circle there to clear the board. That's probably not good enough though. No, then you're using like a Shadow Madness in a circle.
He didn't need like circle to clean the board. Yeah, he just have to run Arcanine Soul Priest into Dark Cultist and then just finish it off with the Null Shackler.
Oh yeah, you're right. But then then you lose. Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, maybe Shadow Madness for that board was correct.
He's probably gonna hero power the
Arcanine. Yeah, that's a good play. Alright, man, so looks like those 3-drops are just really important in Priest Mirrors. Dark Cultist, Injured Blade Master. Just whoever draws more seems to have a huge edge.
This looks like an obvious Cabal Shadow Priest turn.
Yeah.
Anytime you have a target for that card in this matchup, you just go for it.
I mean, if it just steals a slam, it gets value. So this is really important.
Yeah.
Not just slamming on an empty board without stealing something. And
It's probably.
Amaz can play the same game and just steal it back.
Do you think it's too early to Circle of Healing Arcanine? Maybe just Holy Fire here? Holy Fire is a really flexible card. It's one of your only ways to deal with like 4/5s. But, you know, so is Circle of Healing Arcanine, so. I don't know.
I wouldn't use Holy Fire in this position.
You'd rather Arcanine Circle?
Yeah, no, I'd rather just
The
steal my
collab.
slime back. Maybe. What do you think? Just steal my slime back with a.
That's probably. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be honest with you, Trolden. I didn't even see that he had a Cabal Shadow Priest. Looking at the play now, that's probably not bad.
Let me change your mind.
It's not like 100% obvious, right? Like, you had to think about it too. There are a lot of good options that
course.
turn, but yeah, it's a fine play. The thing about Holy Firing first is that your slime doesn't just immediately die necessarily. But I guess Logan would play creature, and then it probably does die.
The next turn is gonna be, I'm pretty sure, Arcanine Soul Priest, Circle of Healing, Hero Power on the Ancient Blade Master.
Yeah.
It clears the board completely.
Anytime you can kill Blade Master in a Priest Mirror, you have to do it. Like, that card is just so hard to deal with. You could also just, I mean, it's on 5 health, right? And
Yeah.
Cabal's on 1, so couldn't you just Pyro Holy Fire? Isn't that just better?
Oh, yeah, it's also a good play.
Either way, you're left with a 3-1, but I think I'd rather have, like, Akanai Circle in hand rather than a Holy Fire.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And the good thing is that Logan doesn't have an efficient way to deal with it. But Amaz can't use his Holy Fire.
Yeah, unfortunately for Logan, he drew double Shadow or Death. It's definitely not what he wants to see, so it's looking very good for Amaz here. Shadow or Death is a card that has, like, 2 targets in the deck at most, like Lotheb, sort of. Sylvanas, if you have the Silence, is good sometimes, but Shadow or Death is not a card you want to draw in the Priest Mirror.
Generally, in a Priest Mirror, card advantage means a lot, which Logan doesn't have right now.
Oh man, you know, if the first 2 Shadow or Deaths were bad,
And the third one is like,
yeah.
oh,
Well, I mean, oh, that's ugly. I think I would have Holy Fired just so I'm doing something, but I can't fault him for holding off.
I mean, playing Holy Fire would make sense just because you don't lose your slide for nothing.
Is there any way to come back in this
I don't think so.
for Logan? I mean, it just kind of snowballs out of control, right? I mean, that Thought Steal was a good draw, but he needed relevant cards off that.
Oh,
All the cards he wanted to Thought Steal are in Amaz's hand. Like, he wanted Circle Akanai, he wanted, like, Holy Fire.
this is the biggest problem right now. All Logan has is answers.
I think Logan's considering just conceding, but he's gonna opt to wait. I like waiting. I mean, even if you think you're 100% dead, you might as well see what cards Amaz has.
Oh, another good thought steal. I mean, it's not that good because you're not gonna steal anything with Cabal Shadow Priest at this point, I think.
Yeah. Nothing particularly exciting in either Priest deck so far. It looks like both of them are playing Kalento's Priest list, more or less, from Prismata Cup. You see the one Silence, the one Holy Fire.
It looks exactly the same, by the
Yeah.
way.
Well, that deck is really well built, though. There's a few improvements that could be made on it, if any.
I'm pretty sure now Logan's just waiting out to see the deck list and which card Amaz plays. But
Yeah.
at this point, Amaz can just do nothing. Attack face. Doesn't even need to show anything.
Oh man, those Shadow or Deaths.
Yeah.
That's brutal. Like, not only does he have 3 dead cards in his hand, but all of Amaz's Thought Steals in the future are going to be that much better because there are no more bad cards in Logan's deck to take. Now, Lotheb is a target for Shadow or Death, but I mean, Amaz knows at this point that that's a card Logan has at least one of in his hand because he just hasn't been playing anything for a few turns. I guess you still play Lotheb because there's no other way to develop the board. Take Logan the entire turn to kill it. I probably would have just played Norshire. I mean, get an extra bit of damage.
That
Done.
15 mana by control.
That's what he needed. It's honestly a good draw. Like, you take the Akanai, I guess. I mean, Amaz is out of pressure. He can play a Pyromancer, he can play a Northshire Cleric, but he's just... You know, his hand can't really put more stuff on the board, because so much of Priest is those reactive cards.
I think he'll just hero power pass at this point.
I mean, has he seen 2 circle combos from Logan?
I think we've definitely seen one.
He's definitely seen one. I mean, I think he's seen both combos. So, like, I don't know why he's scared of overextending. I mean, I probably just would have played Pyromancer as a threat. Alright, so... Amaz got a lot of free damage off, which is going to be really relevant if this comes down to a fatigue fight. But he can't really close the game out. He's so many cards up, but none of them really affect the board
Really
proactively.
matter.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if at this point Logan does something, Amaz has a lot of reactive cards. But so does Logan. And this is what Priest versus Priest matchup looks like.
You probably have to save the mind control for Sylvanas. But he does have Shadow or Death for Sylvanas. Maybe just take something here. Ugh, I don't know. There's no good way to deal with the board. How much health is Akanai on? 4?
4. It's 4.
It's not very good to mind control that. I mean,
It's I'd say terrible for mind controlling. It's the only way to win.
he can't play Pyromancer because it just dies to hero power.
Here's Sylvanas, by the way.
Yeah, Amaz isn't going to play that into a Shadow or Death. He's going to hold that to... He'll kill it himself with his own Shadow or Death to guarantee value. Well, I think you put damage on Northshire, or I mean on the slime.
Yeah, you can hero power Shadow and then attack with the slime. And then just go face
Yep.
on the past the turn.
What's wrong with playing Northshire? I would have played that a few turns ago, just to be hitting for one more.
How many cards does Amaz have left in
9.
his deck? 9. 9. No, I mean he has in the hand, but not in the deck.
Oh,
Maybe Amaz is afraid of him circling something, or maybe making him overdraw because he actually doesn't have that many options right now, even though his hand is full. So he just keeps burning good cards.
Well, he's seen 2 circles, I think. Unless I'm misremembering games. I mean, I think Logan's double Akanai circled this game.
I'll trust you on this one because I don't remember the Steve Priest games in a row. Or
Yeah, I might be completely wrong too. I don't know. I mean, it's just so much free damage for Amaz. It's just gotta mean a lot. Okay, silence, so he can start just throwing Holy Novas as 5-mana Dentist
I
Smite.
think that silence was because he had 10 cards in his hand.
yeah.
And he just wanted to play something, but the rest of the cards were too...
Do you agree with silencing that creature?
I would have silenced... Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
What
Yeah,
else
that's
would you
probably.
silence?
I mean, you could silence the Akanai, I guess.
I wouldn't silence Arcanine just because...
Start playing Holy Novas. That's
Mhm.
probably bad, though.
Because Holy Nova basically does the same thing as hero powering your enemy.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. Silencing. I don't know what I'm talking about. Silencing Pyromancer is definitely better. So,
What kind of play does he have here? Just like that, and then kill Slime. Blade Master and heal himself. Oh yeah, he's almost dead, so he has to heal himself.
yeah.
But does Amaz have lethal at this point?
I think so. He's at 13, right? So he's got 8 plus
11.
the 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has
He's
lethal.
lethal.
Just attack, face, hero power, and then holy fire. And I think that's a well-deserved win because the last game
Yeah,
looked
you
really
can't
good
really-
for Amaz, and I'm kind of happy. Like even though I'm not rooting for any of those players, I'm kind of happy that Amaz won this one because it would be really disappointing for him.
Yeah, I think he was definitely ahead in the last Priest game, so I'm also happy he won, because, I mean, that's just gotta be the most frustrating thing ever, to have to replay a game that you're ahead in. Really, Hunter?
Really?
Into Priest.
I
That's
might
ambitious.
have gone with Pally, for example.
I think Paladin's very weak to Priest as well. I would have gone with Mage or Warrior, but depending on the Mage list. I mean, if it's Mage aggro, I could see... Yeah, I mean, I think honestly every Mage deck is favored against Priest. Aggro Mage, maybe not, that one's a little closer, but the slower Mage decks, like Freeze Mage, definitely are good against Priest.
That's really great for Amaz, by the way. He has a Pyromancer and Power with Shield, so he can get a lot of value out of that.
Yeah, if he plays it here, though, it doesn't really accomplish much. He deals with the Web Spinner. That's about it. I might Thought Steal here. He's just gonna do it so he can get something on the board. Nah, that's fair. I mean, I feel like this just kind of walks into the Eagle Horn bow turn. Like, there's really no way to make that card bad against you as the Priest. Like, the Hunter's always gonna have targets for bow.
Do you think he's gonna coin Master here?
No,
Or
because
just,
it would just trade for the Pyro. He definitely bow. What's Moss gonna do about Haunted Creeper? You know, like, is he gonna Holy Smite it, Haunted Creeper? Probably not. Like, he's just gonna let it live, and then Houndmaster's gonna do its thing. What Amaz wants to draw, though, is Shadow Madness. That card is just the absolute blowout against Houndmaster, so... If he draws that, I think there's almost no way to lose at that point. But we'll see. Northshire's a little bit too late. He's got a Sludge Belcher and a Sylvanas Curve, though. It's decent.
By the way, he got Beast of the Web Spinner, which is not a good card against the Priest because he cannot use Shadow with Death on almost any of Hunter's minions, and this is one of those.
Shadow or Death is decent, I think, with Priest in the matchup. Like, you need some way to deal with high main at some point. But, yeah, the Beast is not high main. Like, you don't want to get your Beast Shadow or Death.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Oh, you
Oh,
got
he
shot. A
did
little bit
draw
too
it.
late.
He did draw, but he traded. That's, still a great draw, though. I mean, there's, like, no situation where Shadow Madness is going to be dead in your hand against a Hunter. At some point, they're going to play Web Spinner. At some point, they're going to play a Trap. Like, if you just Shadow Madness like a Web Spinner and attack with it into their Freezing Trap, that's so powerful. Unleash the
What's
Hounds.
he about to play Unleash the Hounds? Probably.
Yeah, they are playing on iPads, not something players are necessarily used to. It's gonna save Snake Trap though. That's interesting. I might have just played it, but I guess I would walk into Holy Nova or something.
What do you think about here? Like playing Shadow Madness on Web Spinner and then attacking Caliber now,
Yep,
killing off the spider.
that's definitely a play.
Oh, he
Oh.
got the beast.
Just what he wanted.
Those two guys are the beast. He might be considering just playing North Shack Cleric on
I
it.
mean, he's gonna play at least one. The question is, does he play both? I think I would. It's not even that bad against Unleash. Like, every Northshire Cleric gives him one more dog, but what is an extra dog gonna do?
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
these are the new.
this does something. He can coin out Unleash the Hounds and then roll a few cards.
That was a really fortunate draw for Logan. These are the newer Cult Master lists. I've been losing to this deck a lot on ladder.
This has been the first thing that came up as soon as people found out about Hunter Nerf, because Buzzard just became a little worse Cult Master. I mean, it's still a beast, and you draw the cards immediately, you don't have to run your beast into anything, but...
Cult Master's a good card. It's
Yeah.
better sometimes because it works as a Haunted Creeper token. That's gonna give the Hunter so many more resources to work with though.
I think Amaz needs to kill his Cult Master right now.
Yeah, you just run both creatures in. You can't let it live.
He just has to draw more cards.
Yeah,
Maybe
Circle's not gonna be better than that. I like that decision.
Wild Pyromancer. This might be good, playing Wild Pyromancer than Shadow Ward.
Right away. Right away.
Than just playing... No, he didn't do it. I thought that power shielding the Pyromancer and then running only one of the clerics would be okay.
I like this more. So Belcher's down. I mean, this game could still go either way. I mean, knowing Amaz's hand, playing the Beast is not awful, but he doesn't have the Shadow or Death just yet. But yeah, I like this Undertaker turn.
He definitely had to choose Undertaker because...
Why didn't he play another creature? He's really going to play around Holy Nova? I mean, I guess. The card kind of wrecks you either way, so I would have just made him have it. It's an easy turn to double spell Pyromancer here.
Oh.
I mean, I guess you do attack there before the Thought Steal. So he has to decide whether to heal Pyro or not. I mean, I'd probably heal Pyro.
I hate Pyro. Like,
Or maybe you just don't want another 1 health minion against a deck that you know plays Unleash the Hounds. Maybe you just heal Belcher, play Thought Steal, and just let the thing die. Oh, really? Okay. So the Hunter... How many
Oh.
secrets can be left in the deck? There's...
this is really good turn. Let's see what Juggler has. If it kills the Pyromancer, which it did.
At both turns that Amaz decided to play the third creature, Logan top decked the half of the Unleash combo he was missing. So that's really what's kept him in this game, in a matchup that's normally not that good for Hunter.
Playing Snake Trap also makes a lot of sense because he had to attack into Night Juggler and then it would proc.
Snake Trap is the most common non-freezing trap, So I think Amaz can pretty much guess what those two are. It's most likely Snake Trap.
He doesn't have a way to deal with it. Oh, he does. Because he thought stole Kill Command.
I think you attack face with the 1-2.
Would you Kill Command now, Juggler? Because you're probably expecting the Snake Trap to be there.
Why wouldn't you?
This is a great value for Amaz. He just basically traded a decent trap for the slime.
Wow, he's gonna play Undertakers that can heal. I like that. It's gonna have basically the same power as Dark Cultist, but it just lets him get more healing in. I mean, this game looks almost unlosable for Priest at this point.
I mean, at this point you have to think of what can Logan draw to win the game, and there's nothing.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that Logan picked Hunter into this Priest deck. He needed to draw like High Main a bit earlier, I think. That is the most likely way to win. At this point, the game is just so far out of his control, though.
You still want to be careful though.
You just play the second. You've seen 2 Unleashed Hounds, right? You play the second Undertaker, like all the death rattles, kill his creatures, circle of healing. How do you lose the game at that point?
It's not possible.
Dark Cultist is just
This seems like an obvious way to
one
win.
hell of a card.
You can also play Undertaker. Like, you can play Sylvanas, or you can play Spider and Dark Cultist. But Dark Cultist and Spider is just better.
I think Amaz recognizes that the game is almost unlosable for him, and he's just considering all the corner cases that something could go wrong, and he's trying to play around all of them. That's a really aggressive play.
Yeah. I would have trade the minions and then
Something's wrong with the screen. It's flickering a little.
Yeah, we got a little bit of black flicker. We'll get that resolved in time. I mean, they are playing games on iPads. This is the first time we've
Those are
tried
not
hosting
iPads,
it.
those.
Whatever, Windows, iPads.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to figure out how to produce the event, and there's gonna be a few little glitches like that from time to time.
Would you go face the previous turn if you were Amaz, by the way?
No,
I think I wouldn't, just because
there's no way to lose
It-
if you kill creatures. There's no way to lose.
I-
Well, maybe High Main.
I'd go face only if I was certain that there is no way that the opponent can win next turn and just have lethal. But he doesn't have lethal right now, so I'm a bit surprised that he went face. Especially knowing his the way he plays.
My fate is sealed.
Does the Hunter have a trap in play?
My fate is sealed.
Yes, he does.
And he led on the Undertaker attack?
Yeah, that's surprising too. I mean, maybe we've seen 2 freezing traps, but I don't think we did.
Yeah.
Because I'd probably go with the spider. Does he want to Alkanize Circle?
He's getting really punished for that face attack last turn.
Probably understandable. Still, I think there's no way for Logan to win this game.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Amaz certainly has lethal next turn, and there's nothing he can top deck. He can play the beast and then kill command himself. I think that'd be hilarious. Please,
that
Logan,
play.
please, no! Oh my god.
missed Subaru. Well, so now. Oh,
Mind control.
is that good?
Of course that's good.
Can't tell if that's good. Alright. That should be game.
Yeah.
And Amaz is going to take a 2-0 lead with Priest, winning in the mirror match, winning against Hunter.
Yeah.
I think the Hunter matchup wasn't as, you know, it's pretty unsurprising. Like, Priest is generally considered favorite against Hunter.
I'm not sure why I chose.
Yeah, I'm really
yourself.
surprised.
Maybe a lot of players consider, like, I think it goes with Paladin.
Harrison Paladin. Okay, this should be a stomp in favor of Priest, in my opinion. Their Cabal Shadow Priests are insane. Like, basically, it all comes down to Thoughtsteal. That's the card. If you Thougtsteal an Aldor Peacekeeper or a Humility, you've won the game.
You won the game.
Right.
Kelton now.
He does have Cairn, though. That's basically Paladin's best card against Priest.
I mean, Karen in the beginning. That's not that punishing in the specific matchup. Unless Priest just goes, wait, something's wrong.
Yeah, it
Let's
looks
try
like server lag once again.
That's a good thing that it lagged exactly now.
Yeah, if it's gonna happen, you know, it's a good thing it's on turn 2. It's definitely not good for Logan, though, because that's just gonna give Amaz another draw towards Thoughtsteal.
Oh, it's working again.
And on top of that, Logan's already given away what kind of Paladin it is by hero powering turn 2. So, you know, the off chance that it was aggro Paladin isn't there anymore.
I mean, do you actually see aggro Paladins that often right now in a tournament scene? I don't think
No.
I did in a while.
Nobody has the balls. They should, though. The deck is... It's fun to play.
This sounded like you were playing one.
I played it a bit on ladder, yeah. When I say a bit, I mean a lot. It's a deck that fascinates me because the card quality is so high and the things it does are so powerful and the synergies are all there and it's still awful for some reason. That's just a testament to the mediocrity of Paladin, I think. In my opinion, it's like...
What about
Worst
Avenge though?
class,
Do you
yeah.
play Avenge there? Does that card actually help you?
Avenge like
Yeah,
the
the new
secret?
secret.
Yeah, of course you play it because it lets you play Mad Scientist. Which lets you play Undertaker, which it's all this. That's where all the synergy comes from.
I haven't seen that deck in a while.
Yeah, it's terrible. There's a reason for that. But Control Paladin is definitely what we see more of in tournaments. Everyone builds their Control Paladin differently by about 6 to 10 cards. Not the most exciting of decks. I mean, it's just a a pile of cards that slow the game down, get value, and some legendary finishers. Notorious for its long, drawn-out games, especially in the mirror.
So prepare, guys.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Priest versus Paladin. No, this matchup is usually kind of stompy in favor of Priest, so it won't take super long.
I still feel like it takes long because Paladin gets rid of what Priest plays, and he's really cautious with playing his own stuff. Like, for example, Tyrion. He doesn't want to play it because he knows that Amaz has mind control. And then he just waits it out. And they just keep hero powering and passing. It takes a while, usually.
Yeah.
So Amaz wants to draw, like, Holy Fire or Circle of Healing here. Didn't get it. He's gonna go for just the draw off of killing Senjin. I like that play. I think I would rather put the damn... Oh. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's definitely a good play. And you top decks the answer.
I think you might still
You
play
play
Cairn.
Karen. You have two possibilities, playing Karen or playing Crucifer. And you go with Kodo.
I like
They're
Kodo.
both-
You guarantee hitting a good target. That's a big deal. Northshire Cleric is very strong against Paladin. You want to get rid of that when you can. And Amaz is still left with, no good attacks here, really. Even if he heals Dark Cultist, it just kind of suicides into the Belcher, so...
And do you Shadow Madness it?
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
attack with Sludge Belcher into Kodo?
Shadow Madness on Belcher is the dream. Like, that's why it's safe to run that card, just because the prevalence of Sludge Belcher. Shadow Madness is good against aggro, but it also kills Belcher against control decks. Really good card right now.
People have been taking every possible chance to run Sludge Belchers recently.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Good reason for that.
It's a pretty frustrating card because you know that even when you kill it, you still get the slime. It's so annoying.
It's just heavily undercosted for the stats.
I still wouldn't change it though right now because it slows down the meta.
No, I like that it exists. Yeah, there are broken aggressive cards as well, so... It's good for control to get something a little bit stronger than normal.
Consecration, equality. I don't think he'll do that right now.
I mean, you could truce.
True Silver and then attack into Sludge Vulture with Kieran and kill it off. And then you prepare for the next turn bolt clear because there is no slime left, so he probably won't get Dark Cultist value, even a little bit. I'm not sure though. Your Kieran is still there. And he got a server lag. Okay, it's back.
Probably get a Consecration here, and then just clear off the small guys, set up a damaged Karen for a potential Kel'Thuzad next turn. I think Amaz... Well, we'll see. Like, if Amaz is thinking about Kel'Thuzad, then he'll want to trade off here.
I think we've seen Kel'Thuzad a lot in the Paladin deck recently. So this is one of the few things that you have to
It's
consider.
not really a card you usually keep in mind, though. You could also, like, Akanai Hero Power the front half. It's a good Ooze turn. Brain Slug, getting it done. It's interesting to see Ooze instead of Harrison. Ooze is a lot faster, I guess. Better against aggressive decks. He's gonna finish off Karen. Good play.
But I wouldn't say that it looks bad for Paladin right now. In his position.
Well, Paladin has to deal 30 damage somehow. And Thought Steals are gonna come into play soon.
But if they go to Fatigue, Paladin's hero power is better than Priest.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, one Northshire Cleric and you can kill 3 of the tokens, like... We'll see.
That's probably Blade Master, and he can hold it all well.
Yep, that's definitely what he's gonna do. Alright, so it's looking very good for Maz right here, I'd say. He's got Mind Control, he's got Shadow Word Death, there's just not much that can go wrong from this position. Oh, that was a huge draw from Logan.
Yeah.
Not because Blade Master was threatening, but because now the Elder Peacekeeper is out of his deck. Since Logan got the Peacekeeper out of his deck, he doesn't have to worry about it getting Thought Stolen. If it's not getting Thought Stolen, then Amaz can't combo it with Cabal Shadow Priest, and that all of a sudden gets rid of one of Priest's best ways to get ahead in the Paladin matchup.
What do you think about Humility though? Wait.
So most people play 1, but like even if whether he plays it or not, that was a good draw because
Of course, yeah.
it either eliminated Amaz's chance to Thought Steal it by
Or made it
100% or by 50. I still don't know if this is worth equalitying. I'd probably still wait.
He really wants to draw monsters.
No, you know, I like that.
Because he doesn't get the Cabal.
Yeah, exactly.
value. That was a really good fight. I agree. Getting Acolyte of Pain is like one of the best things ever. Not only you get a 3-mana minion, you also take it away from your opponent.
I got it in my Exna once. That was fun.
Were you playing in ranked training or something? Who plays Max then?
Web spinner players.
Oh, Web Spinner. Yeah, makes sense. My Exna cost 6, right?
Yep.
It was 5 at some point, I think, in the development. With
Yeah,
the
yeah.
screen
It was
shot.
actually a really interesting card at 5 mana. When it was first spoiled, that's what it cost on their Facebook
I
page.
think it would be still okay. Just because...
It would be played. I think it would be interesting at 5 mana. Instead, it's just a like much worse Boulder Fist Ogre. And Boulder Fist Ogre isn't exactly making waves.
Oh. Okay, Logan lost this game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, he didn't lose this game yet. He can just mind control and then he can kill off.
You just Shadow or Death this 100%. You don't steal it.
Because he still have
He has tier like
Tyrion, and Tyrion is a better mind
you
control
can
target.
1-for-1 and 8 drop. Like that'll you definitely Death this. It's not about what you can and can't mind control. It's just like better to Death that than anything else in that deck. So. At this point, the game looks very hard for Moss to lose. He's slowly going to keep pressuring Paladin. 3 damage a turn. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Logan realizes that he's far behind. He might just slam this.
Slam this, and then he loses.
Yeah, but it's not wrong of him to play it because the longer you wait, the higher the odds that Amaz draws the mind control.
Basically, what happens now is that Logan draws a card, and then Amaz draws a card of Izera, and Izera dies to equality.
Yeah.
He gets the dream. It's a good card.
Yeah. He got the dream in more ways than one. Mind control on Ysera is pretty gross. Alright, so one Shadow or Death is down. Harrison might get some attacks in. Just kidding. I would start
Amaz
with
has
thoughts.
all the answers.
Actually, no. I will. Yeah, I would just death this. You could save death for something like Ragnaros, I guess.
I'd still
Maybe
thought
that's
still
better.
first. I mean,
No, because if you death, I think you play Blade Master and heal it. Okay, you drew that. So, in this case, maybe you just play the Guardian. Yeah. Okay.
Shadow Max
He
Ramos.
could even dream his own Guardian if he wants to like heal it
Heal
and then get the
himself.
battle cry again. The important thing is healing the Guardian, not himself. Like he would kill the Harrison and then heal it to full. But Logan's just gonna finish it off. Hit for 5, play Shade.
And there's no way that Logan wins at this point. I feel like that. Even as Sylvanas Shadow with Death play, like, imagine the dream and Logan playing Tyrion and Hero Power, and it all comes to 50-50 RNG.
But I don't like him using silence just to kill Harrison
I
here.
think it's good because it clears the board.
I'd rather have a
and
silence.
and you know
let him
that,
have
and then
Harrison.
and you know that Logan has one card left, which is his era card, and if he hasn't used it yet, it's pretty easy to assume which one is that.
I would rather just have a silence and let him have a Harrison at 1 health. While I have a Pyromancer and... Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, double Sylvanas.
I have no time.
Yeah,
for
this is what I thought. Steel just makes the matchup so hard to lose for the Priest.
Because there aren't that many bad cards to be good thoughts to.
And the entire Paladin deck is just cards that are very powerful and control mirrors. He has the option to Nightmare his own Sylvanas,
But
or it doesn't die right away,
so he can just suicide stuff.
you could trade and then Nightmare the long one. Does it die then on Amaz's turn? I think it dies on Amaz's turn. Nightmare
No,
says
it dies.
the
It dies in
beginning-
Logan's turn. Oh, wait.
I have no time.
It says at the start of your turn, so it should die, right?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Sorry, I just did something.
So death into Blade Master heal, I guess. You could dream the token and like, nah, never mind. It's just
Doesn't make much sense.
well, you could dream the token, play your own Sylvanas, death your own Sylvanas, but that's just an awful play. You can just death his Sylvanas, play your own, save the dream. There's just
It just goes for the win next turn because even if he dog tags Tyrion, he can Shadow of Death it and kill.
he needs like Sunwalker or Sludge Belcher maybe. There are a lot of cards Paladin could draw here to slow the game down another turn, but it's not going to give him initiative. Like surprisingly though, the Priest is out of cards, so it ended up being like closer than we expected. I think closer than I expected at least.
Victory
Yeah, Logan takes it 3-0. Amaz takes it
Yeah,
3-0.
Amaz is actually 6